you beautiful sensitive souls. So I wanted to do a quick check-in with the energies this week, and we do have a very interesting alignment. We have the full moon coming up tomorrow. So that is the full moon in Gemini, and it's in Sagittarius season. So the moon is in the Gemini constellation, the sun is in the Sagittarius constellation. And the alignment is such that it's on, the 12th of December, and in the Northeast or the United States, it's actually happening at 12:12 a.m. So we really have this 12-12-12 portal happening. So in numerology, 12 is very significant for a change, something that's going to come up like kind of in a good way, like a change. But and putting numerology aside, I always get fascinated as to how planets and their movements, kind of change the fabric of the universe. And because we're also a part of the universe, we also get affected, because each of these constellations and planets kind of deal with elements, and we all are made up of 5 elements, so fire, water, earth, ether, air. And we have Sagittarius, which is very much of a fiery planet or fiery constellation, and you have Gemini, which is a lot of air. So fire represents a lot of passion within us, or desires, and the air element from Gemini represents more of communication, or bringing that into a place where you can relate or bring it out to the surface by communicating it. So the energies kind of play out in such a way that it almost like, if you've had like desires or ideas about, certain things in your elements in your life where, I wish I could always do this, and that would be a more, closer version of what I would like to see myself as. And so you had these desires, and here we are in this, full moon with Gemini and Sagittarius, pretty much allows you to kind of bring that desire into the forefront and kind of communicate that desire. So giving, the air to that fire to allow it to kind of move, so we have those 2 energies playing out in that way. And also what's interesting is that a lot of the Gemini moon is about feminine energy. So when I say feminine energy, I mean the feminine energy within you. So we all have the feminine and the masculine side being very like logical and always wanting to do things in a very logical, earthly way, whereas feminine is more abstract and mystical and intuitive, and you're healer, and we want to nurture. So it doesn't really matter what gender you are, it's just really about the energies, right? So we all have both these energies. So the Gemini moon is very much like allowing that feminine side of you to kind of surface and express. And same thing with the planets. We have Pluto, and we have Saturn, and we have Jupiter, all kind of like lining up with Capricorn. And when that is like, it's really expressing itself when it's lining up with Capricorn. So Pluto is all about like destruction, let go of ideas that don't serve you, like really destroy. It's kind of like the planet of destruction. And then you have Saturn, which is also kind of like a very logical minded but very determined kind of energy. And you have Jupiter, which kind of brings in like that stability, that abundance, that kind of sense of security. So it's really a great way of how it's like aligned. So I expect it to be, pretty interesting when it comes to playing it out in our conscious world, so these energies affect us subconsciously, and eventually they surface from our subconscious, depending on our own ideas, thoughts, and dreams and desires that we've held on as individuals, kind of get pushed out to the surface and become our conscious reality. So it's always interesting to me how, the shifts and these portals created where we have, the Sagittarius sun, and then you have the Gemini moon and the earth in the center. It's just really going to be interesting to see how the 2 fire and air kind of play out in each of our lives. So just wanted to put that out there. I hope it was interesting, and thank you for listening.